Right. So let's resume. I'm sorry for the interruption. Anyways, good thing is that
Oh, sorry, it's okay.
that recording was not wasted, so Abdurrahman will not miss anything. So that was a good part. It's actually, that recorded video is being compiled right now. Anyways, so there were a few
Okay.
words that I have shown you. I will send you one more file. This
Hmm.
file contains 14 pages. First 10 or 11 pages are
Okay.
related to IELTS writing task 1. So just ignore it, right? But the last
Okay.
few pages, 2 or 3 pages, they are related to, they give you actually very useful phrases and words to connect or link different
Okay.
ideas and sentences. Can you see that?
Okay.
Page number 12, 13, and 14. Like if you want to give a personal opinion, as we do generally in writing task
Okay.
2, in the last paragraph, we have to
Mm-hmm.
mention our opinion. So this is the vocabulary
Okay.
you can use, like in my opinion, in my view, to my mind, to my way of
Mm-hmm.
thinking. Personally, I believe that, it strikes me that, I feel very strongly that, I'm
Mm-hmm.
inclined to believe that. So you see, these are very useful
Mm-hmm.
phrases and words that you can
Hmm.
use, right? Similarly, when you have to list
Okay.
advantages and disadvantages, you can say one advantage is another, one of other, a further advantage, the main advantage, the greatest advantage, the first advantage, and so on, right?
Hmm.
Similarly,
Okay.
list points firstly, first of all, in the first place, secondly, thirdly, and so on, right?
Okay.
So to list points in a specific sequence, to start with, to begin with, first of all, secondly, and blah blah. To add more points on the same topic, what is more? Now this is again another thing which was not there. Furthermore is already there. Apart from this, in addition is already there. Moreover,
Hmm.
besides, you see, not to mention the fact, and so on.
Hmm.
Also, not only this, but
Okay.
also this, right? And similarly,
Hmm.
when you have to express causes, this is these are the words you can write to express the effect, thus, therefore, consequently, as a result. You have seen this, right?
Hmm.
So this is a detailed list
Okay.
that you can use. There are 3 pages. The last 3 pages contain this
Hmm.
information. So after this lecture, I will send you this file, and you can ignore first 11
Okay, sir.
pages or 12 pages. 11 pages, you can ignore first 11 pages, but page number 12, 13, and 14 are
Mm-hmm.
contain this information, right?
Yes, and that's quite useful.
Yeah, that will be useful, inshallah, right? So now this is also already there, that you can say a summary table is already there for you. But now I'm moving forward to the next
Mm-hmm.
slide.
Mm-hmm.
You will tell me
Okay.
which word to use now. Like, advertisements provide vital revenue for the entertainment industry, consequently or despite of.
Mm-hmm.
Despite, without, adverse, we can always.
Despite.
You see, you have to choose one of these. Think over it and then tell me.
Okay. Advertisement provide vital revenue for the entertainment industry. Without advert, we would lose certain form of entertainment together. So I would like to remove despite option.
Correct, correct. Despite is wrong. Consequently, so this is the result
Hmm.
of advertisement. I mean, this is the result
Hmm.
of the previous sentence. Right. Next.
Okay. Okay, so next is nowadays the internet has become an indispensable business tool.
Mm-hmm.
Although in fact we would find it is very difficult to get through a working day without it.
Yeah.
So we would find it very difficult to get through a working day without. In fact,
In fact, yeah, you are just further explaining the previous point. If you remember
hmm,
the last exercise, we used this word, in fact, to
yes, a
explain
different.
or further clarify the previous. So this is
Okay.
further clarification to previous point. And what was that? Internet has become an
Hmm,
indispensable business tool. So in fact, now this is clarification to it.
hmm.
Right, next.
Hmm, you would find it very difficult.
Hmm.
The internet brings the world into our home Also, however, we sometimes want to shut out the outside world from time to time. However, we sometimes, however,
Exactly. You read the first sentence and then see the second sentence, and then decide that whether
hmm,
these two sentences are adding same similar idea or different idea. So actually this is a different idea, and for different
hmm,
idea we use
okay,
however, on the other hand, or something, right? Good. Next.
okay. School can give our children
Not schools.
academic.
Okay.
Oh, no, sir, sorry, schools.
Yeah,
Schools.
schools can. Yeah.
Schools can give our children academic knowledge, whereas furthermore, at school, children can learn social skills.
Skills,
Furthermore,
not skills. Skills. Okay,
skills.
I can understand that problem, right? So just don't worry.
Okay, skills.
Skills, not skills. Skills. Okay.
Okay,
So further schools
skills.
can. So what do you think? Whereas or furthermore?
Furthermore,
Furthermore, because it is just an addition. If I say
yes, sir.
here, if I put word homes,
Hmm.
at homes,
Then
right?
whereas.
Then whereas, exactly, because it will become an opposite idea in that case.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's good. That's good. Next, many people.
Many people today spend time on social networking sites. As a result, for example, Facebook and Twitter are both used around the world to help stay connected.
Hmm.
For example,
This is
or
an
as a
example. Yeah, this is
for example,
right. Very good. Very good. So
or
now you
we
see,
also use for instance.
for instance, or such as, right? Such
Yes,
as is
sir.
another word. For instance, for
Yeah.
example. So
Yes,
now
sir.
you know
Yes.
that how you have to use it. So in your essays,
Yes,
I would
sir.
like to see these points, right? How you apply them, that is the game
Yes,
now.
inshallah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now you have already chosen one of these two italic format. Like here in the first, you said consequently, right? And in the next sentence, you said in fact, if you remember. And then in the next sentence, you said
Mm-hmm.
however. Now in the next sentence, you
Mm-hmm.
said furthermore, right? And in the last, you said for
Mm-hmm.
example. So now I want you to use some
Okay.
word from the given words here in this box, and
Okay.
replace these selected
So,
words. Like for consequently, which word is better?
so consequently, as a result,
As a result. Very good. This is, we can use this word in place of consequently. Next, in fact.
yes, sir. In fact, in addition,
No, it is to clarify an idea. In addition is just adding a
uh,
new point.
okay.
You see, nowadays the internet has
So,
become an
in
indispensable
other
tool.
words,
In other words, yes. You see, you are just clarifying it
hmm,
using different words, right?
okay,
Then the internet brings the word
okay.
into our home. And then what about however?
Mm-hmm. However, we sometimes do shut out the outside world from time to time. On the other hand,
On the other hand, very good. Okay, then next, furthermore,
okay, so school can give our children academic knowledge, whereas furthermore at school. So in addition,
in addition, very good. And then, for example, you already
and for
mentioned it.
instance, for example,
Yeah, you had mentioned it
yes,
in
sir.
last slide, right? So you see, there are a number of ways of attaching these sentences or linking the sentences. So now you know what are linking devices. This is a very common word used in
Yes,
IELTS,
sir.
environment. So you know the linking devices. Now let's talk about lexical resources. Avoiding the
Okay.
repetition, right? Remember in our task one, I
Hmm.
told you how to avoid the repetition. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And what was that? Using a synonym.
Yeah, exactly.
And one more form, changing the form of the word.
Hmm.
Shall I tell you again? Okay, let me.
Yes, pronoun to
Exactly, noun to verb and
I
verb to noun,
think.
right? Yes. So we learned this using synonyms. Someone
Hmm.
pronounced it synonym, but it's synonym. And second was using different form of the word, like change verb to noun, right? And vice versa. Oh, sorry,
Yes.
right? Other way as well. Next, this is a good thing that you have already learned. Now, using a synonym is again. Sorry. Uh, now, using a synonym is still there, right? If you see
Hmm.
that you already know, but using a pronoun
Yes.
to refer back to an idea, this is very useful tool. Okay, I will show you how. And
Hmm.
similarly, using a group noun, these two things will actually
Yes, sir.
help you a lot. Now let's start with this
Yes.
example. Settlers introduced
Mm-hmm.
several new animals such as the cat. First of all, can you tell me what are settlers? Settlers, muhajirin, people moving from one place to other.
Okay.
Okay, like
Okay.
in our history of mankind, uh, very some major you can say migrations took place. Like once America was discovered, many people moved there, or they were sent to America as slaves, many Africans, you see. So
Hmm.
these people who went there and got settled in the America, so they are settlers, right? So I'm giving you one specific example,
Okay.
but there are many, even in Pakistan, many people they got settled here, coming
Mm-hmm.
from leaving their
Okay.
lands in India, and they moved here. So now settlers introduced several new animals, such as the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see,
Hmm.
you cannot use any synonym for the cat, and similarly,
Yeah.
as I told you, any synonym for the internet. So in this case,
Hmm.
what you will do, you will say this predator, this mammal, this animal,
Okay.
or something, right?
Okay.
This
Hmm.
animal, this predator preyed on the local wildlife. So you have avoided
Hmm.
using the word cat by using what?
Okay.
A pronoun. And what are pronouns? This, that,
Okay, sir.
this, and then noun.
Okay.
Noun is predator here, a mammal
Hmm.
or something. Clear?
Okay.
So
Okay.
similarly for internet, which word we can use using the same technique for internet? We can say this technology, this
Yes,
technology,
sir.
right? Or this connectivity, or this virtual connection, right?
Hmm. Okay.
So you can use this with or these with a plural noun, right? With a noun. Now, like if there
Okay.
are more like cats, then you can say these predators, these
Hmm.
animals, right? Similarly, settlers often introduce new crops and animals to an area. Now, in this case, this
Hmm.
type of activity, which type of activity he is referring to?
Sir, by introducing new crops and
Very good. Yeah.
animals.
Means introducing new crops and animals. So saying it again and again.
Hmm.
Instead of that, he said
Hmm.
this type of
Yes,
activity.
sir.
Now, if you see,
Hmm.
this type is a group noun.
Mm-hmm.
Like this type, this kind, this sort of, you see, these are known as group
Okay.
activities. Okay. And then next
Hmm.
followed by it was a noun. And what was noun? Activity.
Activity, yes, sir.
Right? So now you have seen some new things here. Synonym. You know that?
Yes, sir.
Then a
Hmm.
pronoun, something like this or that, combined with a noun
Hmm.
like this animal, this technology,
Hmm.
or these technologies, right?
Hmm.
These or plural noun. Then
Hmm.
similarly,
Hmm.
this type of, these kinds of, this kind of, this group of people, this category of people, or this category, or something to that extent. Clear?
Hmm.
So
Okay.
using this or these with some group noun. And what is that group? Like
Yes.
this kind of, this category of, this class of, and so on. Right? So now
Okay.
let's move to
Okay.
the next slide.
Hmm.
Now you have got 5 sentences here. In this, if you see,
Okay.
the underlined part is being repeated,
Hmm.
right? And we have to avoid repetition. This is our aim.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
depend on oil, coal, and gas for the majority of our energy needs. However,
Hmm.
oil, coal, and gas will one day run out. So how to
Hmm.
avoid this repetition using some word from this box? This one.
Funding system, natural resources, facilities, method, and technology. So
Mhm.
natural resources,
Yeah, and how you will write it? However,
however, these type of
these natural
natural
resources.
resources.
These natural resources.
Okay.
Fine. So
Okay.
you have used these
Okay.
and then a noun.
Hmm.
And what is noun?
Okay.
Natural resources.
Noun is natural.
Resources.
Yes.
Okay, good. Then next.
Okay, so next is remote and rural areas may initially seems like ideally places to live, but they often lack hospitals, shops, and schools. Living without easy access to hospital, shops, and school can make life very difficult indeed.
And saying
So,
school can also make life sometimes very difficult for someone.
oh,
Okay, I can
okay, school.
okay.
No, I was
No, no,
like, I
yeah,
was
I know. You focused on it, and that was
no,
correct.
sir.
Okay, okay, next.
Okay, so
So,
hospital, shops, and a school.
mhm.
And facilities.
Yeah, and how you will write these facilities. However,
Hmm.
these,
Mm-hmm.
without easy access to
Living.
such or these facilities, both are correct. Such facilities or these facilities, right? Clear?
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
just remember, without using access to these facilities, such basic facilities or something.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Okay. Government sometimes try to encourage innovation by offering grants. This isn't always effective because special grants are often difficult to obtain. So grants,
Yeah.
special system.
Why don't you start with first word? What is this first word? I've told you, try to follow the sequence. What is this first word?
Funding?
Yeah, special funding. Obviously, grant is a funding, no?
Okay. Okay, okay, sir.
Right. So special funding, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, there are two things. One is known as loan, okay, and one is grant. Loan are actually, you have
Okay.
to return the loan. But grants are just,
Okay.
they are funded to you, and they just ask you to produce some result out of it. You don't have to, return the grant most of the
Okay.
time, right?
Okay.
Next, some
Okay.
teachers,
Some teachers ask students to simply copy down text from a blackboard, but copying down text does not help students to become independent or flexible in their use of language.
yeah,
So, now is method.
Yeah, but how you will write this method?
but please, this method, okay.
This
This
method
method,
doesn't,
okay.
because it is doesn't here, so it means we have to write some singular. Okay, so this method. Next.
Next is in my country, cars driving through the city center are charged a toll. Charging a toll has been a success because the traffic has decreased considerably. So charging a toll,
Mhm.
charging a toll. So
Now this is
technology.
a system actually which is implemented. Charging a tool is a system
Oh,
implemented by the government. Do you remember difference
okay.
between method and system?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can write this system has been a success because,
Okay.
right? Okay, now
Okay.
one this is
Okay.
tall. This is not tool. This is tall. Okay,
Tall.
tall. Yeah,
Okay.
and
And
in
sir, in second sentence, there is one line seems like idyllic
idyllic means
for.
whenever you, let's say you are going to some northern areas, some hilly areas for fun day trip, like maybe
Mhm.
for 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
So you would say, oh my God, what a beautiful place this is. One must live here.
Mhm.
Such a peaceful environment,
Mhm.
such a fresh air, such a beautiful weather, and such a beautiful,
Mhm.
sceneries are there. But they seem idyllic
Mhm.
places to live. But once you will start living there, you will say, oh my God, there's poor internet connection. Oh my God, there is, you know, no
Mhm.
signals coming. Oh my God, most of the months of the year it's snowfall here, so I can't live here. You see, idyllic places
Mhm.
means ideal places to live.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Next,
So
using the
next,
correct style. Line number 29. Using the correct style. When we say style, it
okay.
means do you have to write a formal or in an informal way? IELTS writing test is a formal test, so you have to use a formal tone
Mhm.
here, right? In your speaking test,
Okay.
you can say, okay, I'm gonna see you, or I'm gonna study abroad. But in your writing test, you cannot write I'm gonna.
Mhm.
You see, instead you will write a complete sentence like I'm going to study abroad. Clear?
Mhm.
Similarly, in our normal language, like when I teach you, I say many words, I repeat many words like I think, like this thing, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You see, so in my opinion is not an informal, but I think saying I think, I know, is kind of an informal way. Okay. Instead,
Okay.
use words like I realize, I feel that, I believe that, I imagine, I can see. These are formal ways,
I believe. Okay.
right? I believe, I realize, I feel that,
Okay.
and so on. So in IELTS writing test, please use formal words, number one. Number two, don't write abbreviations like
Okay.
ETC, okay, like ETC, like that is, EG, example, okay, or that is like I dot E, you know. Don't write these abbreviations. Clear? You
So
there?
your voice is not clear.
Okay. Let me reconnect. Just a minute. Just a minute, please.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Now it's, is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Right. So I was telling you about. Oh my God. Sorry.
Abbreviations.
Abbreviations. Yeah. So don't use abbreviations like ETC. Okay. Like
Okay.
E dot G, for example. And similarly, we
Okay.
also use that is I dot E.
Hmm.
Don't use these
Yes.
abbreviations, right? Similarly, don't contract
Okay.
like don't. Don't say don't, right?
Hmm.
Instead, write do not,
Okay.
complete word. Don't say can't, C-A-N-T.
Okay.
Instead, write cannot.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
So
Yes.
these are the things you should focus on. Now, have a look on this small exercise. This will give you an idea. I would like you to make, identify these mistakes, like in which an informal language has been used. You will have to correct it. Children with no access to education are most likely gonna end up in manual jobs.
So gonna
So, what you are going to write?
going to
Yeah, exactly. So education are most likely going to end up in a manual job.
and
Going to,
hmm.
right? Okay, next.
Yeah. Two of the major problems we are facing today are global warming and increased population. And
And A and
that
T.
is incorrect.
Yeah, very good. Next.
A lot of our modern convenience are contributing to our unhealthy lifestyle. For example, we often use a car instead of walking to the local shop. So, for example,
Yeah, for example,
e.g.
and here this sentence is very good. Many of the IELTS related topics they pertain to some advancement of technology, and they ask
Mhm,
you to effects of that advancement of technology. Like nowadays we are using
mhm,
more cars, nowadays we are using more luxurious things, nowadays we are dependent on too
mhm,
many things, nowadays we are eating fast food. So for that, all
mhm.
those kind of sentences, it is a very good sentence. A lot of our modern conveniences are contributing to our unhealthy lifestyle, you see.
Hmm.
You can write it
Yes, sir.
in such situations. Next.
Yes.
Some
I
business,
highlighted this. You can see.
right?
Okay, so some businesses think it is okay to simply dump toxic waste and pay the necessary fine.
Uh-huh.
So it is okay. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so what should we write?
It is some business
Simplest thing,
think it
simplest word
is
can be it is fine too. Simply done. It is fine.
hmm,
And
hmm,
another way of saying it is could be it is acceptable too.
okay.
Yeah, so fine or acceptable,
Okay.
both are correct.
Okay, sir.
Next.
Wait a second, sir. Where is my pen? Okay. So kids of any age need the right type of guidance.
Mhm.
Kids of any age need the right type
You
of
may not be able to find it out because you don't know which of these words is informal. Kids,
okay.
okay? Like we call it, maybe we
Okay,
can
sir.
call it in a very casual way, like yeah, bacha party, right? So that is not
Yes.
a formal word. So kids are kind of those words. ये छुटके लोग, ठीक है? So you don't say
Okay.
that. So kids, but instead you write few words for kids, and I would like you to write it right now. These words
Okay.
are either
Children,
children, yeah, youngsters, right?
youngster.
Yeah, and then if you know better than me, if these are toddlers, if it's we are talking about,
Pediatrics.
yeah, and then juveniles,
Okay. Hmm. So
adolescents,
Gemini? Oh
yeah,
yes, yes, sir. Yes, I know. Yes.
right, because
There is Gemini's type of Caesars.
exactly, fine. So juvenile,
Yeah.
juvenile, and then
Yes, sir.
adolescents.
Yes, sir.
Adolescents are also like uh, teenagers, as well as you can say people below the age of 18. like
Okay.
a child from right from a child to an adult, right? A teenager kind of thing. So adolescent,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Adolescent,
Hmm.
right? So these are words that we generally use for to represent kids. Okay, next.
Hmm. Okay. Next is I find that the internet helps me a lot when I travel. I can use it to book flights, find a hotel, get maps, etc. So etc. is you
Yeah.
can
So
say
how to write it then?
sir, find a hotel and get
Maps.
maps.
And if I write to say, okay, search further things, then and so on. And
Okay.
S-O, so and O-N on, and so on.
Okay, so sir, whenever we you can say try to write etc. So we can use and so on.
And so on, yes.
Is it acceptable? Okay,
Exactly,
okay,
exactly.
fine.
So these are the
Okay,
answer, going to, and e.g. for example, okay, acceptable or fine. Actually, fine is also a casual word.
hmm.
So kids, children, and etc. and so on.
Okay. Sir, wait a second.
Yeah, yeah,
I
sure. I can
take
hear
ice
that
cream.
someone is calling for you. Okay,
Yes, sir.
someone is calling you, right? Okay.
No, no, sir. No one is calling me.
Uh-huh. I thought some bell is ringing. So, anyways,
No,
shall I?
sir.
Okay, shall
No.
I continue?
I
Okay.
just opened my mobile and yeah. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. Sorry. Right.
No, no, it's okay.
Right. So
Okay.
here's some words, commonly confused words, right? And I would like
Mm-hmm.
you to use the correct word out of it. I will not tell you the
Okay.
answers. I want you to attempt this exercise at your own first. So I'll stay silent for maybe a
Okay.
minute or so. Please let me know once you're
Okay.
done. Okay. I'm
Okay.
muting
So,
myself.
sir, I would like.
Hmm.
Okay. Sir, can I write or you can say, can I discuss
Yes, you
one by
can.
one?
No, first write all the answers
Okay.
and then we will discuss.
So, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So what are the answers?
Okay. So, number one is I do not. So, first of all, we have to write do not.
Okay.
Don't we have to use
Very nice.
abbreviation? So, I do not think it is necessary for children
Mm-hmm.
to learn about ancient history.
Very good.
Ancient history.
Very good. Learn about. So what's the difference between these two?
Learn or study.
Yeah. Not study,
I
study.
don't think it is necessary. Oh, study. Okay.
Study, yeah.
I don't think it is necessary. Yeah, study. I don't think it is necessary for children. So basically, children's are, you can say,
Actually,
they
it's
are
difference
like
between no,
in
no,
learning phase.
no. Learning and studying are two different things. Learning is, gaining
Mm-hmm.
knowledge. That's it. Study is a formal way of
Okay.
education.
Okay.
When you are formally, like if I say, most of the time I go to, let's say, Cree Club, and there I sit with foreigners, right? And nowadays
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning, English language.
Hmm.
But if you are studying somewhere for getting a formal English coaching or lessons, you see, then you are studying
Mm-hmm.
it. You're studying them it as a subject.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in our language Urdu, learn is seekhna and study is padhna.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, next.
Yes, sir.
It is
I
in
do
hmm,
think important for us to it is important to us to try to understand different cultures.
understand different cultures,
So I
right?
would like to
Yeah.
get to know, yes, sir.
Next, number three.
Before before I travel to a new country, I always take the time to find out about the local customs and
Exactly.
rules.
Find out. So you try to dig out.
To
You
find out,
want to
yeah,
know. Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Next.
Okay, yes, there is another dig out. Okay.
Hmm.
So it is almost impossible to get a good office job without up-to-date computer skill. There is no knowledge
Skills.
of computer
Yeah, actually, for
skills.
computer
Okay.
we use skills, right? Okay, next.
Wait a second, sir. I do not. So again, abbreviation. So I do not think we will able to solve this problem in our lifetime.
Yeah, problem is solved, not stopped, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Solution or solve. Okay.
exactly.
I believe today's younger generation are more attracted by flexible working hours than by thought of earning money. Sir, I don't know what is wages.
Okay,
This word is
wages
new
are
for me.
okay, fine. There are different kind of salaries that we get. Okay, one is
Okay.
kind of fixed salary, like you might
Mm-hmm.
be getting. One are charges, like a doctor can charge a fee, or a tutor, like I'm doing. Okay, I charge you some
Mm-hmm.
fee. So this is another money, right?
Hmm.
Wages are like we
Okay.
call in Urdu dihadi, hourly basis, daily basis, dihadi.
Part-time job you can do.
Yeah, you can say per time, per day job, right? And they generally get daily
Okay,
wages.
sir.
Instead of getting a monthly
Okay.
salary, they get daily wages.
Hmm.
Got it? Getting it?
Okay.
So now you tell me.
Okay. Okay. So wages is part-time. So I believe today's younger generation are more attracted by flexible working hours than by the thought of earning, yes, money.
Money,
Because
because
they
wages are only
also,
one,
yeah,
yeah, one type
they-
of earning money.
yes, sir.
Okay. Wages is a specific thing, right? But they just want to earn
Yes.
money. Either it is wages, it is salary, it is stipend, or what. Okay. Next,
Okay. Next is sadly not all employers receive sick pay and holiday pay.
employees.
Employers.
No. Employers is a person who gives you a job. Like your hospital is your employer,
Hmm.
and you are an employee there.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
yes, sir. Employees.
Yeah, you are an employee, so you will get a sick leave, and your employer may not give you.
Okay. Okay,
Right?
sir.
So if I say, sadly, not all employers give a sick pay and a holiday pay, then it's fine.
Hmm.
But here it is
Hmm.
receive sick pay and a holiday. That means
Okay.
you are an employee in this case.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
Okay.
last one is
Got
very
it.
interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
A great deal of advertisement is now done. as we serve the internet.
No, actually it is advertising, right? Why? Learn this difference and you'll be happy to tell to your friends. Right. Are you there?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. We get some, like if I say, I watched an advertisement on TV or maybe on internet or maybe in the newspaper.
Hmm.
So this word
Okay.
advertisement is, one that clip 30-second, 1 minute clip, or one that published piece of paper on which on which you can read something. That one single
Hmm.
thing is known as advertisement.
Hmm.
In Urdu, we say it ishtihar. वो जो एक single
Yes.
इश्तहार देखते हैं, that is advertisement, right? That one single
Okay.
piece of video clip on TV or a banner on internet, you see, that is that
Hmm.
is known as advertisement, right? But advertising is kind of,
Many piece of clips.
yeah, you can
Correct.
say it's an
Okay.
action. Like we say,
Hmm.
okay, yeah, I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking about advertising my academy,
Hmm.
right? I'm thinking
Okay.
about advertising my coaching academy or my training academy on internet and TV and in the newspaper.
Hmm.
So for that, I need three different types of advertisements or ads.
Hmm.
The thing that we
Hmm.
use ad or advert is actually
Hmm.
advertisement. So I need three ads. One to be published on, to be aired on TV, one to be shown
Hmm.
on internet, obviously these will be different,
Hmm.
and one to be printed in the newspaper.
Hmm.
So I need three ads or
Hmm.
advertisements. For which
Hmm.
purpose? For advertising my academy.
Hmm.
Clear?
Okay.
So a great deal of
Okay.
advertising. This is an action now. Mashuri,
Okay.
right? Mashuri. हम ये नहीं
Okay.
कहते a great deal of ishtihar is now done. It's mashuri, right?
Hmm.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm really sorry. Okay, so for Abdurrahman, because he won't be understanding these words, advertising is that action or that policy is a policy or as an action we take, and that is okay. I'm nowadays I'm advertising. Actually, I'm doing advertising my academy on three different platforms: TV,
Hmm.
internet, and on maybe or in the newspaper. And I have, for this purpose, for advertising purpose, I have especially made three different kinds of advertisements. Clear?
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so now let's move forward and see what is next in the coming slide for us. Mhm. Now, expressing a personal view, you know that in the last paragraphs, particularly, we sometimes have to write our opinion or our view. Okay,
Hmm. Okay.
so to express our opinion or personal view, we may use these four techniques. Slide number 32.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
now these four techniques, I will, give you some examples later on. But first of all, I want you guys, both of you, to try to, to some extent memorize it. I don't want you to memorize it, but just
Okay.
try to remember these four techniques, okay? This will help you in understanding. Like, first of all,
Okay.
one way of saying
Mm-hmm.
the things or expressing your view or attitude is we use some adverbs. And what are adverbs? Adverbs are words which add meaning to the verb,
Yes, sir.
like walk
Fast.
slow. Okay, fine. Now, slowly, and these generally contained ly at the end.
Fastly.
Ly at the end, like
Yes.
walk slowly, think deeply, right?
Slowly.
Yeah. Speak loudly.
Fastly.
Yeah, very right. So one or two such adverbs are personally, probably.
Or probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and another word is perhaps, maybe. That is also a adverb, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps, right. Perhaps means in Urdu
Perhaps.
we
Okay.
say shayad,
Yes, sir. Shayad.
right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So perhaps, right? So now you see, whenever you add a word personally, adverb personally, or probably, or perhaps, it means you are adding
Mm-hmm.
your best judgment into it. Like if I
Hmm.
say it will rain, if I say it will rain,
Hmm.
now this is just stated as a fact that okay, fine, it will rain.
Hmm.
That when I say, well, personally, I personally feel it will rain. Now that means it is my opinion. When I say probably it will
Hmm.
rain, that means it is my assessment that it may rain or it may not rain,
Hmm.
right? So
Okay.
to give your views or attitude, one method we can use is to use adverbs like personally, probably.
Okay.
The file that I showed you, the PDF file that I showed you, and I asked you to read the last 3 pages of that file, they also contain,
Hmm.
phrases to you express your opinion, right?
Hmm.
But
Okay.
the main logic behind this is that this is one way. Second way is using models like can and could. We discussed this models in
Yes.
the last. So
Yes, sir.
when I say might, it might happen, that means this is my assessment. Or it could happen, that
Hmm.
means it is my assessment. Or when I say it should happen,
Hmm.
that means it is my recommendation or
Yes.
suggestion.
Confirm.
Yeah, it should happen. That is,
Okay.
this I'm suggesting, or I'm forcing, or I'm insisting something,
Hmm.
right? So this could happen,
Hmm.
or this should happen. So this is also these words or these models also show our opinion actually. Then similarly, there are some
Okay.
phrases like in my view,
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Similarly, as far as I am concerned,
Hmm.
these are phrases which also show our opinion or view. As far as I am
Okay.
concerned, in my view, and so on. Then there are some verbs
Okay.
which it seems to be, it appears to be. Again, this is my assessment.
Okay.
It seems to me, it seems to be,
Hmm.
or it appears to be, right? So now these are 4 ways of expressing your opinion: using adverbs,
Okay.
using models, using
Hmm.
phrases, and using
Mm-hmm.
verbs such as appear to be, seems to be, right?
Okay.
Now, see, if I say traveling is dangerous,
Hmm.
now this is stated as a fact, right? But
Okay.
if I say, well, I will suggest you not to visit mountainous areas these days because traveling can be dangerous, you know, in those regions nowadays. This can be is
Okay.
using, my model actually. Can be is a model, right?
Hmm.
So this is
Yes.
one of the ways to express. Next, most people agree with me. So this is,
Hmm.
and this is, you can say a fact. I've stated it as a fact. But when I say, I think most people would,
Hmm.
now again, this is a model,
Yes.
right? So this shows method B of using or expressing your opinion. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, now let's move forward now, and let me see if, okay, this is plugged in, right? Now, you have to match these sentences with 4 methods
Hmm.
that you have learned.
Okay.
You will tell me which method
Okay.
have been used. Okay, ignore these abbreviations like I am and so on. So what do you think? Which method
Oh, yes, sir.
or which word is showing you the opinion and which method is being used?
Mm-hmm.
In the first sentence,
Okay.
mhm,
So I have to select like in these option A, B, C, D.
yeah, first of all, tell me
So
which
these
word.
are the options.
Yeah, these are the options. But before
Mm-hmm.
that, first you have to select
Mm-hmm.
which word is showing the opinion.
Okay.
Like as far
As
as,
far as I am concerned,
mhm.
I am concerned. So
Yeah,
this
so
one
no,
is showing, you can say, opinion.
this completes an phrase actually.
Okay,
As
sir.
far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm concerned. Okay. We have not done enough to address the problem.
Mhm. So
So yes,
actually,
it is a view, or you can say
yes. So, and which method it is using, being
so
used?
C.
Sorry, see
So
phrases.
C.
So one method
C.
is in my view, and other,
Hmm.
other phrases
As
as far
far
as
as I am
I am concerned. But please remember, you have to add ed with this.
hmm,
Okay, many people forget it.
concerned.
Concerned, yeah.
Okay, sir.
Next,
Okay, ED. Okay. So next is perhaps the current strategy will work. So perhaps is adverb, and
very good. Yeah, perhaps we
so
have
I would say A.
a for this. Very good.
Yes.
Right. Next,
Third is problems
people
seem
seem
to
to
spend a lot.
people
Okay,
seem to.
sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, okay. People seem to spend a lot more time at work than with their families nowadays. So people seem to spend more time to verbs.
Yeah,
They
verbs
mention a
like seem to, yes,
verbs such as yeah,
seem to, right,
seems
this one.
to yeah.
Very right. Next,
Okay. Following a vegetarian diet can help you save money.
so
So it is can,
can model,
so
right,
it is model
model,
verb.
right,
Yeah.
very right. So now you know these are the ways to express your opinion.
Hmm.
But here,
Yes, sir.
a very good sentence is written for you, and that is this one.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, we have not done enough to address the problem. Like, let's say, if there's a
Mm-hmm.
topic that nowadays pollution is increasing, so what are the causes or what solutions you can, or give your opinion. So in such cases, you can write a sentence like, as well as we have not done enough to address the problem. Similarly, perhaps the current
Okay.
strategy will work or will not work. Like there's a situation given to you, and they say,
Okay.
nowadays this thing is
Mm-hmm.
happening. So what do you think? Is it enough to, change the situation,
Mm-hmm.
or what can be done? So even in that case, perhaps the current strategy will
Okay.
clear. So these are general
Okay.
purpose sentences that you
Okay,
can
sir.
use, right? So next,
Okay.
Uh, there are some words. Now, again, this is a very long, I guess this will be our last exercise for today. This is a very long exercise, actually.
Okay.
Let me see how many exercises
Mm-hmm.
are there. But I want to cover 2 more slides today, at least. Right. So in this, exercise, you will find some underlined words, like, not underlined words, there are some words in the bracket.
Okay.
And there are some words in the given sentence, right? Now, if you see the
Okay.
first sentence, in the first sentence, there's a word known as perhaps, and we know that this
Mm-hmm.
word is giving us a personal opinion. Perhaps this is an adverb,
Okay.
and adverbs give us the personal opinion, right?
Hmm.
Right. So I want you to change this method, like this is using adverb. Instead of that, use model might in this. So the sentence which previously was, perhaps this is because today's teachers are not trained as well as they used to be, this will be changed into, this might be because.
This might be.
Yes,
Okay.
fine. this exercise will
Okay.
help you practicing using different types or different methods of giving your opinion.
Okay, sir.
Right. So in
Okay.
I want you to first identify which word is giving opinion here in number two.
Okay. Personally,
Personally, right. So you have to replace this with view.
in my view, I do not think
Mm,
this is a good idea. Or
okay.
as far as I'm concerned,
So
I
yeah,
don't
but
think.
you have to use the given option only, right?
Okay, sir.
So in my view, right. So let's move forward now. Let me clear all this mess, and then you can. Okay. In my view, I don't think this is a good idea. Okay, uh, I have an objection on this. Although this exercise has been taken from one of IELTS Cambridge books, but I and the answer is also given in the IELTS Cambridge book. I want you to look at this. When I
Okay.
say personally, then obviously I don't think is a good. It is required there. But when I say
Oh,
in my
yes,
view,
sir.
when I say in my view,
Hmm.
it means I think, I don't think this is a good idea,
Hmm.
right?
Yes,
So
sir. So there is repetition.
this is a repetition, right? So what should I do then? A better way of saying it is, in my view, this is a bad idea,
Hmm.
okay?
Yes.
Or, in my
Okay.
view, this is not a good idea,
Okay.
right? In my view,
Okay.
this is not a good
Hmm.
idea, or in my view, this is a bad idea. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, next.
Okay. Okay. So next is I certainly would not like to have to do a job I didn't enjoy. I
So,
certainly.
mhm. So which word is
So we
showing?
have to replace I certainly. So
Certainly, yeah, right.
personal. So personally,
I personally
I
wouldn't
personally
wouldn't
wouldn't.
like you. Very good. Okay, next.
Okay. I think so. This is
Now,
you
sorry,
can
this is another
say
way. Wait, this is another way.
view.
Personally,
This could be a
no, there's another way of saying it. Personally, comma, I wouldn't like,
hmm,
right? And rest is same.
okay.
Personally, comma, and
Okay,
this is
sir.
a better way of saying it. Okay, next. But remember, double ly,
Okay,
not single ly. Okay, next.
okay, sir. Next is I think this could be a bad idea. So I probably this could be a bad idea.
Okay, now you will not use I think, You
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
yeah,
Probably.
this is
Okay.
probably a bad idea, right?
Okay.
Next.
Okay, sir. So this sentence is wrong. Probably this
No, in
is
that
a
case,
bad
you will
idea.
write probably, comma, this is a bad idea.
Hmm.
If you write
Okay.
these
Okay, sir.
adverbs in the beginning, probably, then you will add a comma, and then this is a bad idea.
Mhm.
Okay?
Okay. Okay. So in my view, so we have to replace these words. So
Mhm.
in my view, life is much more complicated for young people nowadays.
Hmm.
In my
And remember,
view, I
sorry,
can.
both of you, I request you guys to notice this word nowadays. Some people make a mistake. They write nowadays, in three different words. Nowadays is a
Yes,
single word.
I used to write.
Okay,
Okay, sir. Got it.
fine. So
I
next.
used to write nowadays. Well, okay.
Uh-huh.
So in my view, life is much more complicated. So in my view, so I have to replace these
With
words.
can.
Yes. So, sir, can I? Okay.
Yeah, just try it. Just try it.
Life, life can be
Very good.
more
Very good.
complicated for young people nowadays.
Yeah,
Okay.
life can be, right? Good.
Hmm. Okay. Personally, so again, in my opinion, I think every situation is different.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. See,
in Okay, again, they mentioned two. Yes, sir.
It's
I
okay,
think,
yeah.
I think. So,
In my
in
opinion,
my opinion, every situation is different.
different, right? Very right. So next,
Nowadays, young people probably use their mobile phones for multiple tasks. Generally speaking, no, generally, young
yeah,
people probably use their phone mobiles for multiple tasks.
yeah. For
Generally speaking,
uh,
for
no,
multiple
no, no.
tasks.
That speaking is not used actually here. Nowadays, young people
Okay.
generally use because probably,
Nowadays,
yeah, probably was the word. If you see that we have to replace.
okay, okay, sir, got it. Adverb, yes.
Yeah. So for that we
Okay,
are using generally here. Nowadays, young
okay.
people
Sir,
generally.
this sentence is Mhm. So this sentence is wrong. Like nowadays, young people probably use their mobile phones.
Nowadays, young people, no, this is correct. I'm just, this
Okay,
exercise
okay,
is just meant to uh, show you different ways of explaining your opinion or giving your opinion.
okay,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Next.
Okay, next is in my opinion, school are sorry, schools are
Hmm.
more crowded than in the past. So
Hmm.
it seems to be schools
Hmm.
are more crowded than in the
Okay.
past.
Any other way? Other
Okay.
way?
Schools are seems to be more
No, only
crowded than
schools.
in the past.
Schools seem to be. Schools seem to be.
Okay, okay, sir. Seem to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sir, it is also correct. Like it seems to be.
Yeah. It seems to be what then? What next?
Schools are more
No,
crowded than in the
then
past.
it will not be to be. It will be, it seems as if schools are more crowded.
Okay, 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 sir. My
Next.
city are less crowded now, and my city is less crowded now, and people generally enjoy walking through the streets. So appears my city is.
So which word you have to replace? Can you tell me first?
Wait a second. Generally,
Generally, yes, that is the verb you have to replace. So how you will replace it?
my city is less crowded now, and people appears to be
Now
enjoy
people is a
walking
plural.
through the
Wait,
streets.
wait. People is plural. People appear to enjoy.
Hmm.
You will not say appears.
Okay,
Appear. Okay. So people appear to enjoy.
okay, sir. Okay, okay.
All right. So you can take a screenshot of
Okay,
this.
sir. Got it.
Number 8 and number 4 are missing.
Yes,
You can
sir.
take a screenshot and then I will show you number 8 and number 4.
Wait a second.
So,
Okay, sir.
sorry, number 8 was missing in that. Now you can see number 8 as well. Done.
Wait, sir. Wait,
Sure.
yes, sir.
And then this is number 4.
And this is probably a fact. Okay, done.
Done. Right. So now let's move on to the next slide. Now, your opinion or your belief can be a very strong belief, or it can be, just a guess, maybe, right? A wild guess, that means you don't know anything, but you are just saying on based on your gut feeling. But and in between situation is that your opinion can be based on your judgment of the given situation. Okay, like if you see
Okay.
one way or one type of your opinion could be which is a strong belief. You strongly believe on that opinion.
Okay.
And other thing can be the other extreme, that it is just a guess. You don't know for sure actually. This is just a guess.
Okay.
And there's in between or a central, you can say, position or stance, in which neither it is just a random guess, nor you strongly believe that, but it is based on your best judgment of the situation or understanding of the situation.
Okay.
Clear? So your view can be either a strong belief, or it can just be a guess,
Hmm.
or it can be a judgment based on
Okay.
given situation. So how to express these
Okay.
different things?
Okay.
Okay, now there are some words which are written in bold in this exercise.
Mm-hmm.
These words actually explain or are used to, used in any of these, or some of these, or one of these given situations. Like when I say I feel,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
It may be your strong belief, or it may be maybe understanding of the situation that you have to tell me,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
you will tell me, sorry.
So I feel it's important for everyone to play an active role in reducing this type of
So
pollution.
yeah, so is this
So
a
my
strong
strong,
opinion or strong belief, or this is just a guess?
sir, this is my understanding of the situation.
No, I feel is used when it is a strong belief, right? So what you do, write I feel here in front of this, as
Okay.
if I'm trying to do, right?
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I feel. Then
So
I realize,
that it could be difficult to cut costs like this.
yeah,
I realize. I realize. So understanding, sir.
yeah, this is used, to convey when you are giving your opinion based on the understanding of the situation. I realize. So write it here. I realize. At the end of the exercise,
I can.
you will have a list of words which you can use to give your strong opinion, and then there will be
Okay.
a list of words for you that you can use when you are saying or giving a judgment based on the situation. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, next.
I can see that for people who have disabilities, the
Sorry, sorry.
internet provides an essential
Mhm.
lifeline. I can see. So this is a guess. I don't
Again, no, 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 this
really
is
know
again
for sure.
understanding. I realize, I can see. So you are giving a judgment based on the
Okay.
situation.
Okay.
So you can write it here. Again, if
Okay,
you are
sir.
looking at the screen, you can write it in front of the
Mhm.
next.
Okay. I suppose that allowing the adverts to be placed on a football pitch might help reduce the cost of tickets. So I
Mhm.
suppose this is a guess. I
Yeah,
don't
this is
really
a
know
guess.
for
C.
sure.
So now you can write here. I suppose.
Okay.
Then,
Okay. So I believe yes, strongly you can say
yeah,
convince.
I believe
So
is
I
again
I
strong.
believe that yeah, if we all made a positive effort, then we could make a real progress. So it is a strong belief.
Strong belief, and again you can write it here. And this is a very general sentence that you can use, anywhere.
I believe. Okay. Okay, sir. So next is I imagine that people with high powered jobs find it difficult to escape from work. So I
Yeah,
imagine this is a guess.
is a guess. C. Yeah, very good. And you can write it here. Okay.
I imagine. I am convinced that there is a
Convinced.
connection between computer use and convinced and that there is a connection between computer use and obesity. So it is strongly believed.
Yeah, I'm convinced. Obviously, strong belief, right? And then I suspect.
Sir, it is guess.
It is guess. So now you know different words. Like when you have to express your strong belief, you can either say I feel, or you can say I believe, or you can say I'm convinced, or I'm fully convinced, right?
Okay.
But when you
Okay.
know you are giving an opinion based on some judgment, in that case you would say I realize or I can see that. And if it is just a random
Okay.
guess, in that case I suppose, or you can say I imagine, or you can say I suspect,
I
right?
suspect.
Right. So now you have
Okay.
got a good vocabulary for that as well. So now let's move forward and see
Yes.
if there's I guess there's one more exercise. Okay. Right. I will talk about this thing maybe tomorrow, but one point I want to tell you here. There are two words. One
Okay.
is in my view, and there's another word, point of view.
Okay.
One word is view, and one word is point of view. Okay.
Okay. Sir, this slide is not clear. I want to change it.
Okay. Maybe
Are
it
you
will.
okay?
Let me explain first, and then I guess it will get
Okay,
clear.
sir, sure.
Okay. By that time,
Okay.
US this screen will load. I guess there's some again internet problem. So, anyways,
Okay.
in my view, when I say only
Hmm.
view, not point of view, in that case we say in my view.
Okay.
Okay. But when I say
Hmm.
point of view, we will not say in my point of view. That is wrong.
Hmm. Okay.
Either you would say from my point of view.
From.
From my point of view, yes.
Okay.
So whenever we use only view, then we would say in my view.
Hmm.
But when I
Okay.
say point of view, then I would say from my point of view. We
Okay.
use exactly 100% same, you can say, rule in our native language.
Hmm.
मेरे
Okay.
ख्याल में या मेरी नजर में, इन माय व्यू, मेरी नजर में,
Hmm.
मेरे नुक्ताए नजर से,
Hmm.
मेरी नजर में, इन माय व्यू, मेरे नुक्ताए नजर से,
Okay.
from my point of view,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
So please don't make this mistake, and tomorrow we might see an exercise
Sir,
related to
this is
this.
also incorrect. Sir, this is also incorrect according to my point of view.
No, see, I think we would more often say from my point of view rather than according to my point of view. Okay, according to
Okay.
will work, but as a native, from my point of view is the
Mm-hmm.
best,
Okay.
right? According to my view or in
Okay.
my view, that is fine,
Okay.
right? So I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me check if how many slides are there. If we can conclude, just let me see. Yeah. So let's conclude this lesson, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now reaching a conclusion. Like you see, we started with planning and organizing, if you remember,
Mm-hmm.
and then we looked at four different assessment criteria one by one, like how to
Mm-hmm.
include only relevant points, and how to drop irrelevant points. Okay, how to
Mm-hmm.
paragraph, and then how to
Mm-hmm.
avoid repetition, if you remember. Okay,
Explain.
and so on. So
Mm-hmm.
then we reached how to include our opinion, and then lastly how to reach a
Mm-hmm.
conclusion. So to
Okay.
finish off your writing, you need to write a conclusion. Your conclusion should be a brief summary of
Yeah.
your argument and ideas, and is
Okay.
often a good place to give your opinion. You generally write your opinion in the concluding paragraph. Okay. And
Okay.
remember, you should not include
Okay.
something very new in this. Try to sum up the discussion that you have previously, done in the previous paragraphs. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
Now, the concluding sentences, which are shown below, 1 to 5, all contain a mistake. Find the mistakes and correct them.
Okay.
So, in conclusion,
In
hmm,
sir, spelling mistake in confusion.
which spelling mistake?
Uh, Oh, I think okay.
No, no, it is
Okay,
not
in
that.
conclusion, I completely disagree. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, sir. So we have to sum up. Okay, I completely disagree this view. I completely disagree this view.
Yeah, error is here, mistake is here. You are at the right place. So now you are opening your yesterday's notes when I told you something about disagree or agree with, agree to, and agree on. Do you remember that?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I
Yes.
disagree with this view.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
With this view, right?
Agree with, agree on, and agree to. So
Too. So
agree
in
with someone
this view,
opinion or suggestion.
exactly, exactly. So
Okay.
then next.
I completely disagree with this view. Okay. So next is, as far as I am concerned, this is a problem without any real solution.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I am concerned. So yes, we no sir. So as far as I am concerned, this is wrong. We have to mention like in conclusion or to sum up.
No, 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 no. As far as I'm concerned, that is a mistake. You remember? I told
Okay.
you
Okay.
don't miss the.
Okay. Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
And again, if
Okay.
you see this sentence, as far as I'm concerned, this is a problem without any real solution. Like if they have given you a problem and asked you to
Hmm.
suggest some solution in the topic, you see? Okay, next.
Okay. Next is to summarize, even there is a clear downside to our dependence on technology. I honestly feel we have to find a way to cope with it because the internet is definitely here to stay.
Hmm.
To summarize, even there is a clear downside. Even there is a clear.
Yeah, something is
There is
missing here. After even we
yes,
write
sir.
even though,
Okay, okay, sir.
even
Even
though,
though,
yeah, there is a clear downside.
okay,
Now, this sentence is very good
okay,
sentence. You see, whenever,
yes, sir.
for example, they have given you or asked you to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of something, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and in the end, they have asked you your opinion. In such cases, you can write this thing as it is, I mean with small amendments, obviously. Like, to summarize, even
Okay.
even though there is a clear downside to our dependence on technology, I honestly feel
Hmm.
we have to find a way to cope up with it because the internet is definitely there to stay. Now, let me show you
Okay.
how I use this thing in one of the essays, how I changed it, right? Let me show you.
Okay.
Mm, that was about what? That was about, let me see where I've written that. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'll see. Everything is getting slow. I'm sorry uh, because in the background we are running some programs. So, anyways, if you see this one, people in development, no, not this one. Where's manufactured products? This one. People are buying more and more manufacturing products, right? To use or own. Are you there?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Stay here and stay awake. Okay, stay awake, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
People, I know you are tired. I can see that you want me to finish it. I mean, your last 20
Yes,
minutes were
sir.
really heavy for you. I can understand. Okay, but please, because
Okay.
for last 3 days we are just winding up earlier, so I want to conclude it.
So
So
you
now,
are quite good observer.
yeah, actually, this is my experience because of my teaching experience, and obviously my previous
Okay.
experience taught me this thing. I mean, my
Oh,
previous job, and that you have to be alert. So
okay.
people are buying more and more manufactured products to use or own. So what effects do this have on the individual and the society? Is it a positive or negative development?
Okay.
Fine. So what
Okay.
I did, I discussed let's say advantages and disadvantages of using
Mm-hmm.
artificial products or manufactured products, right? And then I said,
Okay.
foregoing in view, even though, now this is the same sentence, even though there is
Hmm.
a clear downside to the use of synthesized products. And what was written here?
Okay.
Even though there's a clear downside to
Hmm.
our dependence on technology.
Yes.
Okay, so what I've done, I've just slightly changed it. Even though there's a clear downside to the use of synthesized products, yet these have elevated
Mm-hmm.
the quality of our life to great extent. Therefore, I've broken that sentence into two. Therefore, in my view, despite of all its drawbacks, use of artificial products is a positive trend. Further, we need to find, now this is the same sentence again. We need to find the ways to cope up with the negative aspects of their use because these products are definitely here to stay.
Okay.
So I've just, with slight amendments, I've used the same sentence in two different. You can take a screenshot of this paragraph as well.
And yes, sir, there is also new paragraph phrase foregoing in view.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Please come back,
Sir,
sit on your seat, and then speak.
sir, no, sir. I mean, I'm
Okay,
currently at the same place where I
okay,
was.
okay, okay.
Well, sir, I am saying that there is another new phrase like foregoing in view.
Yeah,
So I was just
yeah,
remembering.
exactly. So you can take a screenshot of this if you want to.
Yes, yes, done.
Okay, fine. So let's come back now and have a look on this exercise. This
Okay,
is last exercise, obviously. Actually, I want that
okay,
we try to finish at least this task to by tomorrow or latest by Monday, right?
okay,
So now, in conclusion, this is done. As far as I'm
okay.
concerned, this is done to summarize, even though
Mm-hmm.
there is a clear. Then next, in conclude, there are both
Hmm.
negatives and
Okay.
positive to this system, but the negatives seem to far outweigh the positive. So which one is correct? Sorry,
In
what is the fourth?
conclusion,
In conclusion, very good. And the
in
last,
conclude,
very right. Last one,
so last, you also you can say discuss this point. In
yeah.
my point of view is correct. From my point of view, or you can say in my
In my
opinion
view,
or my
either
view.
we say in my view or from my point of view.
Hmm.
Okay.
From my
So
point of
from
view,
my
yes.
view, you can take a screenshot if you want to for these answers. And if you have already corrected
Yes,
it, we can use.
sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yes, sir.
done.
Because done.
Okay. So now that's conclusion. Have a good day. Goodbye. And let me see what is here. Oh, okay, no, I
Yes,
don't
sir.
want. No. This is already given to you. These slides, like, fine. Yeah, these slides you already have. Right. So now one last thing. I'm sorry. I'll take 2 more minutes. Right. I'm sorry, Bacha. Okay. In,
Okay. Okay, sir.
I'm sorry. Right. Actually, my students they generally get tired because
No,
I
no,
don't get.
sir.
Okay. Teaching is a problem with me actually. Okay. Anyways, I will send you one
No,
file.
sir.
I I will
Okay.
send you one file which contains, you know,
Mm-hmm.
on the last 3 pages, it contains some useful thing. I mean, those linking words and blah blah.
Yes, sir.
And I will send you another file
Okay.
which, you know, which are contain
Mm-hmm.
150 pages actually. And on these 150
Okay.
pages, there are number of, you can say, essays written. I have not seen these essays. These
Mm-hmm.
are related to agree and disagree, 21 or
Mm-hmm.
20 essays. Okay, so
Okay.
you need to, you can go through these essays. Can you see it on my screen right now?
Okay. Yes, sir.
But it is
Sometimes
blurred.
it is clear or sometimes, yeah,
Now let me know once
there
it is
is
stable.
blurring.
Still it is blurred.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me know once it is clear.
Slightly. Okay. Okay, now it is again blurring.
Okay, is it readable at least or no?
Okay. No, no.
Are you there?
Just a few words I can read. In the past, the concept of air travel was not so
Wait, right, wait, right,
common.
wait, right. Now, actually, these
Yeah.
essays, reading these essays will give you some ideas about different topics. So, you know, whenever in your exam
Okay.
some related topic will come, so at least you can recall some
Hmm.
points, some points.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and then there are some words, very good words that you can learn, like distant dream. You see, air travel
Okay.
was a distant dream. That means these were beyond the reach of a poor person.
Okay.
Unprecedented. You see, leaps
Hmm.
and bounds.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, you will learn these things as well.
Okay. Okay.
Upsurge. Can you see this? Upsurge. So
Hmm.
try to read at least, these are 150 words. So try to, 150
Mm-hmm.
pages. So try to read 1 or 2 pages on daily basis. And, you know, you
Okay,
can
sir.
note down important words and ideas if you want to. This will help you, right?
Okay.
Right, so
Okay,
that's
sir.
all. Thank you very much for bearing me for this extra
Thank you
time.
so much.
Actually, now it's 10:30 right now.
Oh,
So take care and
yeah.
see
No,
you
sir,
tomorrow.
it's 10:36.
Oh, I'm sorry for these 6 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
Allah Hafiz.
No, sir, no need to. No
Okay,
need of sorry. Okay, Allah Hafiz, sir.
Allah Hafiz.